After the unfortunate leak of Insomniac games, we got information about all their upcoming projects, including the new Venom spin-off solo game. We have speculated about there being a spin-off Venom game, but now because of the leaks, we know it to be true, at least 80%. I'm still going to be very excited when it is officially announced. So let's go over all the new information about this solo Venom game. Well, it seems like from the leak that this game is going to be called Venom Lethal Protector, and its release date is coming in 2025. And on the leak roadmap, it looks like it's coming near the end of 2025, similar to how Spider-Man 2 was released this year. Also on the roadmap that was leaked, it just says Venom and not Venom Lethal Protector, so the game could have either one of two names. So I'd expect that the targeted release date is around October 2025. So now let's get into the more meaty details of the actual game. This seemingly is a PowerPoint presentation slide of the Venom game's meaty details, and it shows a picture of Venom taking down a Kraven hunter. Now of course I can't show you the image, but I can describe that Venom does look a lot more slimmer, and he doesn't look like that beefy version from Spider-Man 2. Also, you can see some of the skin of his host in this image, and it looks like the symbiote itself is actually shrieking due to loud noise. So maybe in this case that is why it looks slimmer, because it's affected by the loud noise and it's trying to come off the host. But let's get into the story of the game. So Venom Lethal Protector, as it reads here, is an all new storyline that continues Spider-Man 2 and leads into Spider-Man 3. It will feature playable and switchable Venom and Spider heroes, and it will contain Carnage infected New York City boroughs. So Venom will be getting a separate storyline, but it will continue off of Spider-Man 2, which leads me to believe that maybe Harry Osborn is once again Venom here. We'll also find out how the Venom symbiote survives, and this storyline really does tie in with Norman Osborn's storyline too, because it was his son that was infected by the Venom symbiote. So they are definitely going to be continuing Norman Osborn's storyline in becoming the Green Goblin, and we'll see more hints at how it will lead into Spider-Man 3. We did go over the leaked Spider-Man 2 DLC details, which does feature Carnage apparently in his own separate DLC story, and this story can continue on in the Venom spin-off game. So as Peter deals with Carnage in the Spider-Man 2 DLC, it'll most likely continue in a big way in the Venom spin-off game, as the game will apparently feature multiple Spider heroes. And it is weird that they say Spider heroes and not Spider-Men, so maybe in this game it's going to be Peter Parker and Yuri Watanabe which can be controlled, as Yuri and Peter have ties to Carnage and could continue that storyline in the Venom game. The Spider heroes could also be Peter and Miles, or the Spider heroes could actually be Silk and Miles, but I highly doubt that one. I think they're going to be saving her for Spider-Man 3. But it looks like the Venom game will be our first game where you can play as 3 or more characters. Let me know in the comment section below what other Spider heroes could be playable in this game. Could it be someone completely new, or could it be another symbiote like Mary Jane? Could Mary Jane get the symbiote once again, but this time is able to control it, and we could have Venom, Peter and Scream? I personally would love that combination of characters. We also then have Carnage infected New York City boroughs. So this is going to be very similar to how we had those Venom nests in Spider-Man 2 in the late game, and we are going to be seeing that again with Carnage in this game. It also leads us to believe that Carnage will be the main bad guy of this game, and it will take more than just Venom to take him down. That's why we have multiple playable Spider heroes. The most likely combination is Peter, Miles and Venom versus Carnage, where Carnage becomes way more powerful than Venom ever did in the Spider-Man 2 game. And the Spider-Man 2 Extreme Carnage DLC, which has been leaked, could be most likely a setup for this entire storyline. We then have some information about what the game contains and its length. The game is said to be an 8 to 10 hour standalone experience. We have the Golden Path, which will be 12 missions and 3 event bosses, and then we have the optional content, which contains quests, challenges, bases, crimes and collectibles. Now what I think the Golden Path means is just the main mission, as the main missions in the Spider-Man games have that golden icon above them. But we do have 3 event bosses, and we know one of them would be Carnage. Let me know in the comment section below what you think the other 2 event bosses will be. Would they be different symbiotes? Could we get a little Miles symbiote storyline where he's infected with the symbiote and we have to save him for one mission? What could the other bosses be in this game? In terms of optional content, we have quests and challenges. So quests will be specific missions to each character. We're going to have challenges like in Spider-Man 2, we had the Mysterio Dome challenges, catching the Kraven bird drones. We're also going to have bases in this game. So I think this will actually be some of Kraven hunters. They're still still lurking around in New York City and Venom is going to kill them. So there will be those bases, probably a brand new villain or two's henchmen, which will have their own bases too. We've got random crimes that will also happen in this game, and collectibles, probably spider-bots will make a return, or they may do something completely different. Maybe instead of spider-bots we can have something in terms of symbiote, and finding the different pieces of symbiotes throughout the world. Also in Spider-Man 2 we got the symbol of Knull on that Venom rock, where he could be the main villain of this game, and he could be the reason why Venom returned. He could also be the reason of Carnage return if Peter deals with him in Spider-Man 2 DLC. Knull could be the overarching villain of this Venom game, or he could indeed be set up for one of the villains in Spider-Man 3 or a future Spider-Man game. But they have definitely set up Knull in Spider-Man 2, so we may get more details about Knull in this game. Spider-Man 3 has been described as the end game for this trilogy by the creative director Brian Interhal. So this could mean that Knull will make an appearance, or they could lead into Venom having his own trilogy of games. This is purely speculation, but perhaps they want a Venom trilogy of games, and perhaps Venom 2 and 3 will be a lot longer, similar to the length of the Spider-Man games. I also wanted to mention that Spider-Man 2 had a planned online mode, which unfortunately was cancelled, but it had a lot of Venom content in the game. You can see the concept art for a Venomized Sandman, there was plans of a Venom dinosaur, there was turf battles which featured Spider-Man vs Venom characters, and you can see Miles, Silk, Peter and Gwen face off against Venom characters like Venom and Scream. There was also a symbiote with red detailing on his chest, and there's also concept art of Spider characters taking on different villains from the Spider-Man games, including Scorpion, Electro, Doc Ock and Venom himself. There was also a sort of multiverse portal in the background of this street battle, which suggests that all these villains are coming from around the multiverse. Now also for this Spider-Man 2 online mode there's a sampled roadmap. Now for each season there would be a different comic book storyline that they would try to adapt, one of them being Venomous Volition and another being Knull and Void. But it's a shame that all of this was cancelled. However, we may see these comic book storylines iterated in future games, especially Knull, because that's a character that has so much potential and he's someone that hasn't really been explored in mainstream media. It's all the leaked information about the Venom game and Venom content that would have been in the Spider-Man 2 online mode. I really hope that this online game is made. I think there's so much potential for it, and I really see myself playing this online game for hours and hours. I'm not really an online person, but if they had the gameplay mechanics and the storylines of the Spider-Man universe, I'd definitely be a lot more invested into that. But guys, let me know what you think about this all in the comment section below. Who do you think will be the other bosses of the Venom game? I definitely think one of them will be Carnage. Go and watch my video on the leaked Spider-Man 2 DLC information. We broke down all of that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm working on a Patreon with exclusive videos, but that will come out probably in a month or so. Peace out, God bless, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.